Hey, this is Jan. This is my Lagoon 450, and we're going to do a quick tour.
This is Amari. She's a 2015 Lagoon 450 and probably the nicest one you'll find on the market. She had a full refit in 2022, including 2,700 watts of solar lithium batteries, water maker, custom Helm enclosure, and Davits. All new cushions and teak flooring in the cockpit and salon. She has custom lighting and a great sound system. Down below, she has 4 cabins and 4 heads. For purchase information, you can visit amarisailing.com. Now let's take a tour of this beautiful Lagoon 450.
All right, so this is my friend Jan, and a year and a half now, something like that?
Yeah, a little over, yeah.
Yeah, so, and this is your Lagoon 450. What year is it?
It's a 2015, and we did a full refit in 2022, so it's better than a new boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Ask, you know.
Well, so for those, our first question out of the way, the bulkhead has been reinforced.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We reinforced it. No need to repair it. It wasn't broken.
Yeah.
And we got a really cool reinforcement done. We got full videos and pictures of that too.
So you cruised around the boat for a year or so, a little over a year. What?
Yeah.
So why are you selling it?
I think we want to get into something bigger. Spend maybe half the year on the boat and the other half the year on land.
Yeah.
And
well, you got wife and how is that? Like the wife and the 2 kids on the boat, are they doing okay with it?
Yeah, they're doing okay. The kids were aching to not see 100 beaches a year.
Yeah, okay.
Which is interesting. They're like, hey, can we take ski lessons? We just want to be in the mountains now. But yeah, I think the main thing was getting back home so the kids can go to school.
Yeah.
And Kelly is very mixed emotions. She wants to keep the boat, but it's time. I think we both want to upgrade to something maybe
bigger,
56 or a little bigger, a little more space, so that when we go visit the boat, we can bring more friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, will you give me a tour of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. You got this rig for cruising because you have a bowsprit and spinnaker and all that.
Yeah. We actually went for a sail today. It was beautiful. We're in Fort Lauderdale. We didn't get the spinnaker out, but yeah, the spinnaker is an A3 asymmetrical, and we got the pole extended by about 1 foot. Definitely sails great. We've been in a few regattas. You've been in a couple with us, and she's a winner. We've entered 12 races and won 11 of them, so not a bad record.
Yeah, and then so you do. It is a furling spinnaker that you have on the bowsprit up there, right?
Yeah, it's a furling spinnaker on the bowsprit. It's great. It's easy to function.
How's the Dyneema work on that?
So we changed the whisker stays to Dyneema so that we could change the angle a bit. The spinnaker actually works better up at about 6 or 8 inches above stock.
Okay.
So we extended it out, and we found that out by testing different heights. And the cool thing is we had a master rigging guy with us for a month in St. Bart's and St. Martin, and we just sailed back and forth all the time, and we checked it out, and yeah, it performs really well. Like I said, it's quick. She's a fat cat, but she hauls butt.
For Lagoon 450, pretty quick.
Yeah, for sure.
You have the trampolines up here, and you do have the little centerpiece. So some of them are just a solid trampoline, but this actually has a centerpiece going all the way through.
Yeah, we have a splitter. It actually works great because we have Dyneema and nylon bridle made for this, custom by FKG. We have...
this got to be really easy to put on then.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 2 controls. We have one down here inside the lazarette, and then we also have one at the helm.
Okay.
So everything, chain counter, everything is on the actual Helm Station.
And that's upgraded chain too, because that wouldn't have come stock, right?
Yeah, this is 5/8 chain instead of 1/2 inch, and we have 150 feet of it, which is a lot, but the weight's perfect for this part of the boat, and we upgraded it to an 88-pound Rockna. This is a storm anchor, and we've never had an issue with it. It's been the best anchor. A lot of people back and forth on which anchor to get, but this has been awesome.
Oh, the Rockners are great. I've never had a problem with them.
Yeah,
yeah. And then, so 150 feet of chain, I mean, so you can anchor in 30 feet, no problem?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and very rarely am I anchoring any deeper than that. So.
No, not very often. And we have an additional 200 foot of road after that.
Oh, you can add, okay. You
get it's actually already connected, and it's inside of a spool.
Okay.
All I got to do is let it out. It's a bit tricky to get back in.
Right.
We've only used it a couple of times, but and actually it's great for the aft anchor. We have an aft anchor set up for the boat with its own aft bridle, which is really fun. If the wind is blowing the right way and you have this boat aft too, the wind blows right through, and it's great.
Okay. So one thing I have noticed is you do have a lot of like lounge space forward. You have a seating area and then a sun pad up here.
Yeah, it's great. So we got all the sun pads and everything upgraded. There's 26 cushions on this boat. They're all Sunbrella waterproof. So you can see there's water beating up on the actual seats, but you can spray down the whole boat, which I just did maybe 10 minutes before you got here, and it cleans up really easily. A lot of room here in the front. We often, even underway, if it's calm, we have food up here and the kids hang out. We hang out up in the front, jumping on the trampoline, so it's a really nice area.
And then the forepeaks, are they set up for crew quarters, or are they just storage, or what?
Yeah, that forepeak was set up for crew quarters. We've never used it for it.
Okay.
So the way that we've set it up is all of our toys, we have a huge 18-foot swan. We have all of our diving equipment and things like that up here. Our sail lives in that quarter. Also, in this forepeak on the starboard side, we have 12 fenders. So we have fenders for everything. All the fenders are actually covered in fabric, so it's really nice.
Yeah. The rigging, because it's 2015, is different than the newer ones.
One of the reasons we look specifically for 2015 and not a 2016 and newer is that the rigging on this boat, there's twin stays on each side, which is great. It makes for a much cleaner tunability of the actual mast.
Okay, so you're saying after that they only have one stay on each side?
Every boat now, after this, there was only, I don't know, a handful made with twin stays. This was the original design. It looks a lot better to me, and if you look at some of the other lagoons, you'll see it, and even the diamonds are actually 1/4 inch thicker than on the newer boats. So we looked for it specifically because it sails better.
Do the new ones still, I mean, because it's a two-piece mast, do they have a two-piece mast and they're doing one stay on there?
Yeah, they have single stay. The mast does not come two-piece. The two-piece is an upgrade.
Oh, okay. So you got a little bit taller than...
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But still, yeah, I couldn't imagine just having one stay on here. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me for a cat.
Yeah, it's not as tunable. It's definitely an issue, but the designers thought it looked sexier, so they changed it. But performance-wise, this is a lot better. For
the mainsail, then, do you actually have to come to the mast to do anything?
No, everything is run back to the helm. Obviously, to take off the sail bag, we come up here.
Sure.
The great thing about it is, I don't know if you've noticed, but we do have a full helm cover, which this is the only 450 we know that has this. We designed it ourselves.
Does it have closures around the sides too, or just the front?
It does. Okay. And then we have also the teak walk deck. So
on top.
Yep. When we go sailing, it's easy. I either go up there or I send someone up, and we just unclip everything. We tie them to themselves, and
so you just walk on the top of the bimini there and just do that. Okay, that's a lot easier than trying to.
Absolutely. And then the two sides, each side has a ladder. So we have a ladder on both sides that you can actually step up.
Okay.
Yep.
Up here in the helm, and I will say that your enclosure here is leaps and bounds ahead of your stock, because your stock was just basically like a lean-to. Yeah, you can still see some of the old connections for it here and there,
which we kept because they're actually good for rigging and putting ropes and lines on. But the space is massive. We actually keep 2 bean bags here in the back, and easy to just take naps, be on watch. You have full vision of all the chart plotter and all the instruments while you're taking a nap on the bean bags. And we have 8-10 people up here all the time, and including the sunbeds in the front. But yeah, this actual top is 22 feet by 20 feet, so it's pretty big.
I chartered a Lagoon 460 a few months ago. This Helm Station is way better than that, and that's a brand new boat. Yeah, and the new boats, what happened is that the mast actually moved back this way, so it made the mainsail smaller. And that's one of the reasons it doesn't sail as well. It doesn't sail as fast. We've actually been in races against them, and this boat is quite a bit quicker. And so then up here in the Helm Station, you got mostly, or do you have electric winches or what? Yeah, so we have 2 electric winches. They're both 2-speed. One is for the davits on the dinghy, and the other one is for the main winch. The only time we don't have an electric winch is basically for trim. We have our trim winches are hand winches. Even this winch for the main sheet can be wrapped and run to the powered winch. Okay. Yep. So you have your B&G chart plotter, and you have your chain counter, and you can actually control the windlass and everything there. Yeah, we control everything from here for the windlass. Wind and autopilot and all that? Wind, autopilot. B&G is brand new. We have 3 sets of charts, all upgraded in 2022. We have a scan strut charger, wireless charging for your phone. For your phone. Cool. Plugs here. Additional speaker. Normally this boat only comes with 2 speakers. We have 3 up here. Also same in the cockpit. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell this is a great place for hanging out. And then you have well, I guess that's a pretty custom solar arch back there, right?
Yeah, full stainless solar arch, 2,700 watts of solar.
2,700.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It's a lot. We have 2,100 amp hours of batteries, so it does take till.
Is that lithium or is that
lithium? It's all lithium.
Okay.
So it takes most of the day to charge them, and usually we fall short, and we have to run the generator for about an hour. But we have 11,000 kilowatt hour generator, and it can run the entire boat without any batteries or any solar. So you have a lot of redundancy there. Okay. Same thing with the chargers on the motors. We have the 2 diesel engines on this boat, can charge the batteries at 125 amps per. We've limited those to 100 per, so we have 200 amps of charging there. We get around 220, 200 and something amps off of the actual solar. 220, okay. So underway, we're putting 400 amps of charge into the batteries. It charges really fast when you're under motor. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. And then so you got your traveler and your main sheet back here, furling line here that you can run to your electric winch.
Power winch, yep.
And then for trimming the Genoas, just
same. Yeah, on the starboard side, it's all here on the electric. And then on the port side manual. Is manual, yeah. And we have 2. You rarely use this because it's for the topping lifts and for the reefs and things, but mostly we use a larger 60.
And then you got a repeater for the fusion and all that.
Yep, repeater for the fusion. We actually have lighting. If you see the lighting there, these lights turn on and off here. Those lights are full color RGB changing. They've got 8 colors, so at night we run it red. You can come up here and you can actually just put the light only back or forward. So if you're back here taking a nap, you can push it forward, and if you're up here, you can push it back. So you still get enough lighting. Pretty nice.
Cool. Pretty. Looks like a pretty comfortable place to be hanging out when you're underway.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just smoking a cigar up here or something.
Yeah.
All right, so coming back here in the cockpit, I mean, it's kind of cool. This solar arch actually gives you more shade and kind of hang out.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really good shade structure for the whole back of the boat. We also added these roll down shades, which are white, work great. What happens is when you're in the Caribbean in the evenings, the sun's almost always setting behind you. Yeah. So we drop these shades back here and it's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then, so hangout space right here, you can actually access the Helm Station from either side.
Yep.
And then what do you have back here?
So back here we have our dining table and game table. We have a cooler with a seat bench, the lazarette for all of our snorkeling and diving equipment. This is the day bed. We have these are our helm chairs that we take upstairs with us while we're sailing, but a great place to take a nap. It's very calm back here. You can feel it. Also, we have our magma grill, which is nice. We put it on a swivel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So when you're grilling, you can just turn it around and you're grilling in the wind. Even underway is great because the wind is pretty in the pocket back here, so you're not getting too much wind on the grill. Moving
back to the transoms here, you have, that's not your standard shore power cable.
Yeah, so we have dual shore power cables. The original setup was air conditioning and house lights and everything else, boat pumps, etc. So what we did was we put 2 inverters on the air conditioning side and 2 inverters on the house side. And what's nice about that is you can run 2 lines, and there actually is 2 lines at this dock, but with 2 inverters you can fully charge all the batteries without needing everything. Okay. So you have a bit of redundancy there, which is nice.
Okay. Yep. And so you have 2 ways to do it instead of just 1.
Exactly.
And then you have your antennas right next to that?
Yeah, this boat has 6 antennas, basically 2 Wi-Fi antennas, which this is kind of the smaller antenna here is a Wi-Fi stealer. We have the 2 cellular antennas, which is a larger antenna here. We have another cellular antenna at the top of the mast. Okay. And then our standard UHF antenna. Okay. Yep. Okay, while we're back here, what kind of motors do you have under here? 2 54 horsepower Yanmar. Okay. Yeah, this is an upgraded motor for this boat.
And what kind of speeds are you doing with that?
7 knots.
7 knots? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And do you have fuel burn, do you offhand?
Yeah, 0.6 gallons an hour.
For each side?
Yeah. And when we're running both, we're usually not obviously at full throttle, so a gallon an hour. Yeah. 120 gallons, 125 gallons per side.
Can go a long way.
It's a long range. Yeah. Okay. We almost never run out.
And then, so you have swim platform back here, and then, oh, you have like a city water hookup too, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. We have, so in addition to the regular fuel or water pump on the boat, we have connection to city, which completely bypasses everything inside the tank. So no tank filling,
you're not
everything.
using the tank.
Yeah, you don't have to fill the tank, which if you get contamination, it's only in the line that's going to the tap, and you can drain that out, and even with the own tank.
Okay. The dinghy, I guess it's included, right?
It is.
Okay.
We have a brand new 2022 AB 12-foot dinghy with a center console and a cantilevered helm. 25 horsepower, 4-stroke Yamaha engine. It's never lost a dinghy race.
Yeah.
We do lots of dinghy races. You know, it's fun to do.
He beat us in one race. And we're a little heaver though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this thing is designed to be kind of light and quick.
Yeah.
The cantilevered helm helps a bit because you don't have a full center console. But has a full battery in there. We have chargers. We have underwater lights. We have a depth gauge. The only thing we don't have is a speedometer, but we don't need it.
Yeah. And then, so how are the davits? How are they holding up?
They're great. We have reinforced davits on both sides. The front davit we've lowered so that it has the dinghy at a perfect level. And we have a 2-speed davit motor to lift up the front and the back.
Okay.
Yep.
So the last thing before we go inside is that your Passerelle?
Yeah, we have a Passerelle. We actually have a new one. This is just the one we're using here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, and then the lifelines are Dyneema.
Yeah, the lifelines are Dyneema. We've also done a custom life throw here, which is not in right now, but we keep it here so that it doesn't get sun damaged. And we have 3 additional ones, all with EPIRBs.
Oh, that's nice. Having EPIRBs, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, let's go inside and cool off a little.
Cool, sounds good.
Well, it's certainly the air conditioner works.
Yeah, it's cooler. Yeah, we're all a little
in here.
sweaty here.
So I guess tell me a little about the Salon and the Galley.
Yeah, so the other difference on the 2015 boats is it has this galley setup, which we really like a lot better. The actual bar sticks out into the middle of the room, but we find that everybody that's in here wants to spend time outside, so they're just coming over here and then walking right back out. It's much easier to have here. We have our slider where we can pass drinks through, and it works a lot better. The TV pops up here on this side. We have a freezer here. Pretty nice setup. We've got basically with 3 ice trays in the top, so it makes it easy to get your ice. Our full systems control is here. Another nice thing is that we have a light, so when you're working here at night, you can see all of your controls. And we've made a custom table here for the inside that's smaller. We actually have the full-size table as well. It's teak outside. We also have a fiberglass table which is stored in the top of the cockpit outside as well. So over at the chart table you've got, is that your computer screen or what? Yeah, it's a full computer. The great thing about it is connected to the BNG, so you can do all of your chart plotting here. We also have, I just turned on the Victron system. We went out for a sale today, so we're at 91%. During our sale, we kept all the AC on, which is really nice. It's not easy to do on normal boats because you have to run a generator. But since this boat doesn't need a generator, we have all of our intake tubes for the air conditioners at the base of the hull, and we can run AC while we're underway. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's a nice feature to have. Yeah. And then your Fusion stereo system there. Fusion stereo system there, runs through the whole boat. We have, I can't remember how many speakers, but we've added several. We still have a full zone available, which is nice. The boat is full 220 and 110. We have 110 inverters and 220 inverters on the boat, which is nice when you have guests that don't have any 220 appliances. And then, okay, here are the galley. You got the oven, just a standard cooktop, and microwave. Yeah, oven, Eno cooktop, Eno oven. Our refrigerator here, so we have a refrigerator freezer here. Okay. All of our gas controls and disconnects are down at the bottom. We have full carbon fiber gas tanks. Not that you need those, but we have 3 of them on the boat. One propane for the grill, propane, and 2 for the interior. It's a nice setup in here. Let's check out down below. Are they, so is each side identical, or is it? Yeah, they're pretty much, there's 4 staterooms, 4 heads, 4 showers, dry heads, which is great. This side, we use it our master. Most people use the starboard side. But we find that we like this side better. It has an escape hatch in it that you don't need any longer, but we have our water maker control down there with our testing and everything in one place, which is nice, so we don't have to get out. We tend to, when we have a full boat of 8 people, we tend to make water every day for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a fast water maker. It makes 50 to 60 gallons an hour.
Okay.
And we hold, I think, 150 gallons.
I mean, for being a 45, that's actually, especially in the master cabins, it's the heads. I mean, the beds are quite large. You can almost walk around a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. They have a 3/4 walk around. We've put Tempur-Pedic mattresses on everything, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And one upgrade that I've never seen on any other Lagoon 450 is we did teak flooring inside as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, teak flooring inside, teak flooring outside, the entire aft of the boat. We actually have teak flooring down the stairwells and custom lighting that actually is dimmable down into the stairwell. So it's nice at night when you're coming into the main salon. You can come down the stairs and have it lit up.
Well, really comfortable space.
Yeah.
Nice. And I like the mood lighting too.
Yeah, fun. We can change all the colors, have a little dance disco party if we want to.
I think we've done that before.
Yeah, we have.
All right, well, Jan, thanks for showing me the boat. Pretty cool. Definitely. So if you guys are interested, there should be a link popping up now on where you can find the boat.
Yeah, and website.
And then down in the show notes, if you want to click it, you can do that. And you could be sailing on this boat. So
yeah.
But man, I'm sad to see you're getting out of a boat. You need to get back in another one soon, though.
Yeah, we will. And we'll be joining you guys, and we have a couple of charters lined up, so we should be having a little fun time while the boat's on sale.
Cool. Yeah. All right, well, thanks again, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Sure.
It's been fun.
Thank you guys for watching, and click like and subscribe.